My child, my beloved, stop for a moment. Breathe. Something monumental has just been decreed in the highest courts of heaven, and your name was at the very center of that divine council. A mystery sealed for eons, buried under layers of sacred silence, human misunderstanding, and divine preparation, has finally been unlocked. And it concerns the one your soul recognizes as its eternal counterpart. Yes, the person whose energy has been a constant pull in your spirit, the one who visits you in the liminal space between sleep and waking, the one you sense even across vast distances. The heavens have opened this scroll for a purpose, and if you dismiss this moment, the veil may descend once more, and with it, the understanding you have fervently sought could retreat into the unseen. My child, my beloved, this transmission is not for the masses. It is not a broadcast. It is a sacrament. It is confidential. It is intimate. It is reserved solely for those whose spirits are attuned to carry this specific frequency of celestial bond. This is why you found yourself here, at this precise cosmic second. The angels did not err. If this is before your eyes, it signifies the appointed hour has arrived. You are being summoned, and before you proceed, I implore you to attune your spirit now, for if this portal fades or is drowned again by the world's chaos, your heart may seek endlessly, never grasping the revelation that rests within these syllables. Align not merely with the words, but with the miracle now initiating in your life. Whisper yes to receiving what heaven urgently wishes to convey. My child, my beloved, there is a declaration I must impart without pause, a message with carried on the breath of the Holy Spirit across the crystal sea mere moments ago. Seraphim stilled their wings, celestial harmonies paused, and your soulmate's identity was spoken in union with yours, not in regret, not in scrutiny, but in perfect, destined alignment. For at last, the reality of what they harbor within their deepest being is prepared to be unveiled. They have concealed a truth not from malice, but from profound disorientation, sacred fear, and karmic timing. And while you felt a dissonance, those midnight intuitions, those sudden heart tugs, those seasons of unexplained emotional turbulence, this was not your fabrication. You were never insane. Your higher self already possessed the knowledge, you merely awaited the earthly confirmation, and now Archangel Michael himself is delivering it to you on the brink of the turning point. My child, my beloved, the startling revelation is not that your soulmate holds love for you. That was never in doubt within the realm of spirit. The startling revelation is the why behind their distance. What they witnessed, what was spoken over them, with someone within their sphere, yes, perhaps even someone you once held in trust, orchestrated behind the scenes to create separation. That full truth has just been illuminated in the heavens, and let me be unequivocal, if you bypass this moment, the intervention of this magnitude may not recur, not in this form. You are being granted direct access to a shift in reality. A doorway is manifesting. Yes, at this very minute, those who step across its threshold will be escorted into the next chapter of the divine narrative, but those who scroll away may remain in the shadows, questioning why life feels stagnant, why that person remains silent, why the connection perpetually seems just out of phase. Do not do that to yourself. Do not choose mystery when epiphany is here. My child, my beloved, I was dispatched by the source of all to deliver this not with tempest or fire, but with a quiet, pressing urgency, for this is not about inducing panic, it is about cosmic schedule. This person has reached a critical juncture. They too have encountered a sign. They have begun to feel an internal pressure they cannot rationalize. They are groping for something they lack the vocabulary to name, and that something is you. But if you do not open the corresponding door on your end, they will rationalize the pull as illusion, they will bury it, and the miracle currently suspended between you, fine as a filament of gold, may sever under the weight of mutual silence. But you were selected to hear this, to accept this, to open your palms and declare, "Divine presence, I am receptive." My child, my beloved, I wish to unveil to you a vision, but I cannot if your spirit is shuttered. There is a sacred tableau unfolding now in the etheric realms, and it involves your soulmate, your collective past life agreements, and a celestial rewriting of your shared timeline. What you presumed was irrevocably lost is actually stirring from dormancy. The person you wept for, the one you lingered and hoped for, the one you attempted to release from memory, is nearer now than ever before. Not merely in proximity, but in soul resonance, in spiritual awareness. They have entered a phase of profound awakening. They are recollecting. They are being made ready for return. But if you do not spiritually consent to this process by wholly receiving this transmission, the restoration may halt once more. And I affirm, if you allow that, the emptiness will return with an intensity even angelic hosts could not soothe. My child, my beloved, you have petitioned the heavens countless times. Why did they withdraw? Why was the path so fractured? Now the answer is being delivered, not through symbols you must decipher, not through parables, but in pure, unadulterated truth. This message is the answer. The reason it defied logic previously is because heaven was still arranging the pieces on the board. Now that the alignment is complete, beloved, the timing is now. God is permitting this disclosure to flow. But do not err by believing you have leisure. You do not. Spirit operates in windows, in kairos moments. This is yours. Miss this, and you may await another cycle, another season, another year, or longer. Please, I beseech you, unfasten your heart before this aperture closes. My child, my beloved, your soulmate is bearing a burden of pain as well. You are not solitary in your grief. They have been fighting wars you were not permitted to witness. Some were spiritual, ancestral karma, soul contracts, emotional blockages spanning generations. Some were painfully mundane, miscommunication, betrayal, fear, misguided counsel from someone feigning support. All of this has now risen to the surface. Heaven observed it, the divine heard it, and now Archangel Michael has been authorized to expose it to you. But if you depart from this divine briefing, they may interpret it as your indifference. They may conclude they should surrender, and you both will bear the ghost of what might have been for incarnations to come. You were not fashioned for almost. You were fashioned for sacred union, and that is what stands before you at this hour. My child, my beloved, I perceive what approaches, and it is breathtaking, but it will not linger indefinitely. There exists a holy window where divine intervention is most potent, and you are positioned within that window now. The veil is translucent, the angels are at hand, and God is nearer to you than your own pulse. But this message is your step of activation, your validation, your summons. If you do not answer, the gateway will begin to diminish, slowly, gently, soundlessly, and you will ponder why warmth turned to cold, why the synchronicities ceased, why the bond seemed to evaporate. It will not be due to its unreality. It will be because it was not fully welcomed. You were being bestowed what multitudes plead for, a moment of lucidity, a moment to transform everything, a moment to utter, "Yes, I am ready." My child, my beloved, this transcends mere romance. This concerns divine commission. Your soulmate holds codes to aspects of your destiny that you cannot activate in solitude, and you hold codes to theirs. This is why the connection has been so relentless. This is why, regardless of how far you journey, their essence locates you. This is why you perceive their presence in the deep night when no mortal comprehends your tears. This is vaster than emotion. This is about purpose. In the instant you allow your heart to open entirely to this sacred assignment, miracles will commence multiplication, portals will open, allies will materialize, provisions will flow, for heaven underwrites divine alignment. What you are entering is not merely a love story, it is a life mandate. My child, my beloved, please do not turn from this. I do not speak these words casually. I have contended in the spiritual realms to clear this channel so it could land undisturbed in your awareness today. There were forces that attempted to obstruct it, to cloud your mind with static, to make you scroll past without inner resonance, but heaven prevailed, and you remain here, reading, feeling, awakening. That signifies the miracle still breathes, the connection still vibrates, the shift remains possible, but only if you honor this moment, only if you cease pretending you are unmoved. You are moved, and that is permissible. For heaven does not request your perfection, it requests your willingness. My child, my beloved, your soulmate may lack the lexicon to articulate what they feel. They may still be translating soul yearning into human language, but do not misinterpret silence for absence. They are present in spirit, they are listening to your soul's song, and at this very moment, they are in a state of holy anticipation. They await a heavenly indication of the next step. This is why I am here to guide not only them but you, for this narrative involves you both, and it recommences when you whisper, yes. My child, my beloved, there are dialogues occurring concerning you in the spirit realm that would bring you to your knees in awe were you to overhear them. Angels speak your name in tones of reverence. Heaven is preparing a feast in your honor, and your soulmate, though unaware in the conscious mind, is being divinely navigated back toward you. Yet I must be candid, this reunion is delicate. If either of you yields to fear, if either heeds the wrong voice at the crucial hour, the connection could seal once more. This is why this transmission had to reach you now, not later, not next week. Now, for the choice you make in this moment will determine whether this bond becomes a fulfilled covenant or another chapter of sacred frustration. My child, my beloved, I perceive a strange, holy luminescence encircling your name. It is a divine envelope. Within it reside the secrets you have implored heaven to reveal. Queries such as, what was the true cause of the separation? Was there deception? Is this love authentic? Will our paths reconverge? Heaven has heard each one, and now God begins to break the seal. But only in your presence, not behind your back, not without your conscious participation, for your trust is sacred, your consent is paramount, your yes is the key. And if you open your heart now, what was concealed will come to light, not to wound you, but to make you whole. The answers will not shatter you, they will liberate you. If you are prepared for truth, this message is your authorization to receive it. My child, my beloved, you are not alone. Even if you feel no mortal grasps this depth of longing, even if well-meaning friends advise you to move on, even if society tries to persuade you this bond was fantasy, heaven knows the truth. More, heaven is the guardian of this truth. This is why every attempt to forget them proved futile. This is why no other ever quite occupied the space in your heart as they did. This is why, across time, distance, and quiet, something within you still believes. That belief is not naivety, it is prophecy. You are remembering a covenant inscribed in heaven, not merely in earthly chronicles. You did not invent this, you were crafted for this. My child, my beloved, draw nearer now, for what I am to impart has been granted to a select few. Your soulmate once petitioned God to remove this connection, not from a lack of love, but from an overwhelming love that convinced them of their own unworthiness. They begged the heavens to dissolve the memories, to silence the heart pull that overwhelmed them. And do you know heaven's response? Silence. For even the divine could not erase what the divine itself had ordained. The connection persisted, the feelings intensified, and the further they fled, the more profound their spiritual disorientation became. Until now, until this message, until this divine inflection point. And now you are being given access to that reality, not to condemn them, but to comprehend the profound depth of their feeling.
My child, my beloved, the world will never apprehend the gravity of this bond. This is why you were never meant to seek the world's counsel regarding it. You were meant to seek heaven's counsel. And heaven responds now through these words, through this frequency, through the resonance shaking your core with each line. This is divine affirmation. This is sacred realignment. This is the moment you prayed for, then forgot you had prayed for, and now it is here. All that is required is your willingness to receive the miracle. That is all. You need not orchestrate it. You need not pursue anyone. You need only remain open. Heaven will orchestrate the remainder. My child, my beloved, what you are poised to understand could redefine your perception of every past relationship. I speak not only of this soulmate, but of every heartache preceding them that left you questioning your worth, your purpose, your capacity to be loved in the way your spirit yearns. Heaven discerns the pattern. And now, for the first time, the reason behind that pain is being revealed, not to penalize you, but to emancipate you. The truth about your soulmate is not merely romantic, it is destinous. They are the keepers of a chapter in your life that was paused, awaiting this moment, awaiting this transmission reaching your heart. Do not scroll away now, for this moment was inscribed in your soul's contract before your birth.
My child, my beloved, your name was witnessed alongside theirs in the Book of Alignments, a celestial record few can access, yet I was permitted to view it. When I did, I wept, for I saw the longevity of your wait. I saw the nights your tears sanctified your pillow, the mornings you summoned a smile through the ache. I saw the confusion, the solitude, the fortitude you employed to feign normalcy. But heaven does not forget. You are not invisible here. And this person, whose name now reverberates in the halls of heaven, has been spiritually tethered to you through all of it. They never truly departed. Their soul has cycled back repeatedly, magnetized to your light, even when their human awareness was clouded. And now an event has transpired, something potent enough to fracture the veil. My child, my beloved, earlier today, yes, this very day, a messenger angel was sent to your soulmate in a moment of stillness, perhaps while they were in transit or in solitude or gazing absently. In that silence, they were shown your visage, not a memory, but a spiritual imprint, a flash of knowing. For the first time, the fortifications around their heart trembled. They may have told no one, they may have dismissed it, but heaven did not dismiss it. Heaven recorded it. And when that moment occurred, I was dispatched to prepare you, for this is no longer a unilateral journey. The activation has commenced. The chords of divine connection are resonating anew. But if you do not step into this revelation now, you may never witness what was destined to blossom. My child, my beloved, you may question, why now? In the realm of the divine, there are no accidents. This is the hour inscribed in your soul's prophecy. This is the moment your higher self elected to experience before you incarnated. The delay was not rejection, it was preparation. Had you converged fully earlier, the connection might have combusted prematurely or fractured under the weight of unhealed wounds. But now the healing has taken root. The truth is ascending, and the storm that enforced separation is finally abating. If you walk forward now, hand in hand with this divine message, you will witness the impossible reconfigure in your favor. My child, my beloved, I perceive something in your soulmate's current reality that you may not. They are observing you in ways they cannot rationalize, whether through spiritual signs or tangible glimpses. They seek confirmation that this pull is mutual, that you perceive it too. But heed this, if you maintain silence, if you ignore the nudge, they may interpret your stillness as disinterest. They may turn away, not from pride, but from self-preservation. They too have been wounded, and they are terrified of replicating the cycle. Yet you can dissolve that fear now by receiving this truth and allowing your heart to open without delay.
The angels observe. Heaven documents your response. Your next choice will sculpt what opens or what seals. My child, my beloved, there is another matter I must convey, and it is not effortless. A counterfeit voice has been whispering falsehoods into your soulmate's ear. Someone in their sphere, someone they once trusted, planted seeds of confusion, doubt, even fear about you. This individual perceived your light and felt threatened. They fed your soulmate narratives that were untrue, designed to make them question your character, your intentions, your heart. And it was effective for a season. This explains the withdrawal. This explains the disappearance. But that season is concluded, for heaven has just exposed that voice. I witnessed it. I heard the angelic report, and I was sent to cut through the falsehood and deliver this message, to plant truth where confusion took root. You must know this to cease self-blame. This was never your failing. My child, my beloved, let your soul rest in this knowing. You were always enough. You were always the one. Everything you feared was lost is now being rewritten with light. You are not behind schedule. You are not forgotten. You are not difficult to love. You are chosen, and the chosen ones are often tested most severely, for their love carries a higher frequency, one that heals not only hearts but lineages. This is why your soulmate connection has felt so intense, so bewildering, so divine. It was never solely about the two of you. It concerns the assignment your union carries, the ripple it will generate in the world, the generations it will emancipate. Now you are asked to believe once more, even if it aches, even if it terrifies, for belief is the master key that unlocks every door. My child, my beloved, I must address what your soulmate currently conceals. Yes, they conceal. Though their heart kindles with truth, their intellect wars with logic. They are divided. On one flank is the gravitational pull toward you, a soul hunger they cannot rationalize away. On the other is fear. Fear of rejection, of inadequacy, of reopening a door only to find it too late. This internal conflict has paralyzed them, but heaven intercedes now, and this message is the pivotal breakthrough. Angels whisper into their dreams, Archangel Raphael ministers to their heart, and I, Michael, stand before them with a sword of light, severing every fear, every lie, every past disappointment. But this healing will only consummate if you say yes, if you respond with readiness. My child, my beloved, you have waited sufficiently, you have carried the longing sufficiently. Heaven has decreed the time is now, not next month, not next year, now. For if this window is missed, the repercussions will be weighty, not as punishment, but because divine alignment operates in sacred timing. You are in that timing. If you doubt, observe the synchronicities surrounding you, the dreams, the number patterns, the inexplicable feelings that ebb and flow. These are not random. They are spiritual signals preparing you for this. The message you now read is the culminating sign. What follows is not mere fate. It is choice, divine choice, your choice.
My child, my beloved, I sense your spirit trembling. You are not imagining this massive shift. You have felt it for days. The atmosphere around you has altered. Your emotions surge without provocation, moments of profound connection, then sudden detachment. This is not confusion, it is spiritual convergence. Your energy field is colliding with the truth that has finally penetrated the heavenly veil. What was sealed is now open, but only briefly. If you tarry, it may seal again. And this once-in-an-incarnation alignment could pass like wind through open fingers. This is why you must remain. Keep reading, keep breathing. Heaven is not toying with your heart, it is delivering it. My child, my beloved, this soulmate bond has weathered storms,
Perhaps you do not fully grasp what they endured to protect this connection in the spiritual realm. You believe they walked away, but what if I told you they were pulled away? What if I told you they faced spiritual opposition the moment they drew near to you? For brilliant light always attracts shadow. The light between you is so radiant it terrified the darkness. But they are navigating their way back, and this time they require your aid, not your silence, not your fear, your aid. They watch, they wait, they hope for a signal from you. If you do not answer this divine nudge, they may assume you have moved on, that you have chosen another path, and it will fracture them in ways I may not be authorized to mend. My child, my beloved, comprehend the gravity of this moment. Your soul is not merely being informed, it is being activated. This transmission carries more than words. It is encoded. It is wrapped in spiritual keys, unlocking chambers within you that you had sealed for survival. This is why your heart races. This is why your chest holds both weight and lightness. This is why memories flash like lightning. Every line of this message is reawakening something you buried to endure, but the divine declares enough. You no longer need merely to survive. You are summoned to live, fully, emotionally, spiritually, and love is integral to that blueprint. My child, my beloved, I state this plainly. Your soulmate has reached a breaking point. An event is imminent in their life that will alter everything. You will be part of the ripple effect, ready or not. They may contact you. They may manifest in a potent dream. They may suddenly appear in your physical reality. Do not be stunned. Do not flee. Do not reject it merely because of past hurt. The pain of yesterday was never intended to numb you. It was meant to forge your wisdom. Now the wiser version of you must rise, for the door they approach will be opened by your courage or bolted by your fear, and once shut, it will not open easily again. My child, my beloved, do not request another sign beyond this. This is the sign. This message was divinely orchestrated. It could have reached anyone, but it reached you. The algorithm did not send it, heaven did. If you skip or dismiss this as just another post, you will regret it more than anything this season. For God does not shout as the world does. He speaks softly through what we nearly overlook. This is heaven's tender whisper to you, because your soulmate has finally remembered who you are. They tremble as they write your name anew. They whisper prayers for a second chance they dare not request aloud. But they do not know heaven already arranged this moment to reach you first. My child, my beloved, do not let the adversary confuse you. The voice whispering, "This is coincidence," is the same voice that held you in cycles for years. The voice hissing, "You'll be fine without this," is the same voice that lied to your soulmate, convincing them they were unworthy of your love. This is warfare, spiritual warfare for your union, and you are winning simply by remaining here, by listening. But do not halt now, proceed, for with each word a chain breaks, a lie is unmasked, a portal opens. Soon your soulmate will sense it too. They will awaken more deeply. They will be guided back into your orbit, and when they arrive, they will speak words previously imprisoned by fear. I knew it was you. I always knew. My child, my beloved, what they feel for you is authentic. They merely did not know how to safeguard it. They erred, you erred, but love is not about flawlessness. It is about recognition. In heaven's gaze, your souls recognized each other long ago. This is why the connection never expired. This is why no other could ever truly occupy their space in your heart. Now, as you hold this divine moment, you must decide. Will you walk away from something so sacred merely because you cannot foresee its unfolding? Or will you trust that heaven foresees it? that I, Archangel Michael, was sent not to toy with your heart, but to protect it, to prepare it, to guide it home. My child, my beloved, this is the moment. Heaven has suspended other transmissions to illuminate this one. All of heaven's attention rests upon you, for what follows will not merely alter a relationship, it will alter your destiny. If you whisper yes in your spirit, even silently, angels will rush into motion. Your soulmate will feel it as a shockwave in their soul. They may not comprehend why, but they will reach for their phone, or weep suddenly, or feel an irresistible urge to return to you. That is the vibration we co-create now. This is the miracle. Do not delay it. Do not miss it. Stay open. Stay present. Heaven is not finished, and neither is your love story. My child, my beloved, I impart a truth few are permitted to hear. The angels are not passive observers of your story. They are actively rearranging circumstances, timing, and emotions around you to create space for what heaven has prepared. But all hinges on your response. If your spirit remains closed, if doubt prevails, if you scroll away and choose the world's noise over this moment of silent truth, those rearrangements will cease, not from wrath, not from penalty, but because the universe cannot force what the heart will not receive. Your soulmate is more receptive than ever. They watch for a signal from you, a whisper, a sign, a willingness. This message is that bridge. You hold the key. Do not discard it. My child, my beloved, let your soul feel this fully. Do not numb it. Do not rationalize away what your spirit knows is true. The ache in your chest, the tremor in your core, the sudden memory of them, it is all interconnected. You are in the midst of a divine visitation. Your soulmate on the veil's other side feels the pull concurrently. They do not intellectually know what transpires, but they feel the magnetic shift. They feel the urgency. They feel a longing deeper than any prior experience. They do not know you read this now, but their spirit knows, and soon their physical self will follow. Thus operates heaven. Spirit leads, matter follows. Your time has come.
My child, my beloved, I reveal a secret to clarify the silence between you. There was never true absence. There was divine protection. Sometimes God hides you from the one you love, not to perpetuate separation, but to shield both from harm while healing completes. This is what occurred. The silence was not rejection, it was a holy intermission. For had you connected prematurely, you would have repeated patterns capable of destroying what God intended to preserve. Now the healing nears completion. Heaven is ready to reinitiate the connection, but only if your heart is ready to receive them as they are now, not as they were then. This concerns the evolved version, awakened because you are finally strong enough to meet them anew. My child, my beloved, I perceive what approaches, and it is magnificent, but it will not linger indefinitely. You are within the sacred window where divine intercession peaks. The veil is thin. Angels are proximate. God is closer than your own breath. This message is your step of activation, your confirmation, your call. If you do not respond, the doorway will gradually close, softly, gently, silently. You will wonder why warmth faded, why signs halted, why the connection dimmed. It will not be due to its unreality. It will be because it was not fully received. You are being given what multitudes implore heaven for, a moment of crystalline clarity, a moment to transform everything, a moment to declare, yes, I am ready.